Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Ghetto-News. And today we have Claudine and Diane, and we're going to talk about the cost of living and everything that is surrounding, cost of living right here in XXM. So please stay tuned to Ghetto-News, where you get the news. Claudine and Diane, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, Friendside, Dutchside, St. Martin. Holidays around the corner, but listen, what we gonna do? When we go shopping, we buy what we need, necessity. Don't buy what your eyes drop on, or don't buy what you see. We buy what we need. Remember, the cost of living is out of proportion. What I want to say is that I realize when the Chinese close, they're turning off the freezers, Diane.
Oh, really?
So what I mean, that mean that the ice that they have on the meat in the freezers, the ice gonna melt, the ice melting. So when you have meat out of the freezer, it melts. So it in the freezer, but the freezer turn off, so of course it's gonna melt anyhow. And then the blood that gonna come off of that meat in the freezer, when the freezer switch off, it going back in. When they open up the shop the following day, that same blood what defrost already going back into the meat. So you see what we consuming? Stale blood. I don't eat meat. I don't like meat. Another thing, inflation is the reason why we have a high cost of living. But we ain't hearing inflation no more. Right now, I think that inflation is on the 10 fingers of these people who putting on the price tags on the items. And I think inflation right now is on the tip of the Chinese tongue. Like one time, you go in the shop, you buy a Clorox for $3.50 every time. One day you gone back, they have a new case of Clorox on the shelf, but they ain't have no price tags on these Clorox. So you go in every day, you buy the Clorox for $3.50, but when you take up the Clorox that you're paying for $3.50 all your life, you put it by the cash register, they're telling you $4. But where's the price tag? Already the one that we used to buy for the $3.50 ain't had no tag. Okay, you bear with it, but now they bring in a new shipment. You're going back because you know it's $3.50, you're buying for the 3-4 years, you're buying $3.50, but now the same Clorox is $4 one time. But I want to find out why, if I have to raise the price on an item, why can't I go from $3.50 to $3.60 or $3.75? Why do I go directly from $3.50 to $4? 50 cents is a lot. 50 cents could pay the bus for a little child to get to school. 50 cents is a lot. Listen, the cost of living is out of proportion, and I don't know how our president on the French side is gonna assist it. I don't know how the governor on the other side of the island gonna fix it up for us, but it need a touching up. It need only touching up, it need maximum touching up. We have our brothers and sisters in the other islands right now. They seen hell for the cost of living. I mean, here in St. Martin, we're comfortable with it. But I want those who feel in the pinch, because the cost of living is expensive. Those who feel in a pinch, I mean, let me get together. Let me keep a little meeting. Let me gather somewhere. Let me manifest. Let me protest so that they could get the message, because maybe our representatives on this island here, maybe our leaders ain't getting it yet. Because everybody home, relaxed, sitting down. Nobody manifesting. Everybody going to the shop every day, but I tired of going to the shop. But listen to what, I have this friend of mine, this European lady. She said she going to Super U, but her heart hot enough because she got 30 euros. And believe you me, she said she could hardly get anything with the 30 euros. But because you gotta go, you're going. But I mean, come on, people, let me rise up. Let me start something. Those boys who said it was with us, I ain't seen you. I give you a call. Or you did respond, but then if you're hearing us right now, you could come out now and join us for a few minutes. We ain't gonna be here for long because I ain't want my finger wave get wet and the weather rainy. But people, we gotta do something. It ain't no joke. The high cost of living is a serious, serious issue. And then, like I say, I want to stay long. I'm gonna give it Diane the mic just now. And then, you know, when we take a look at this little island we are on here, this little island, St. Martin, I think we need assistance. We need to call on ministers overseas. You know, the Minister of Education to grab hold of the school and have it in proper alignment. We need, when we take a look at a hospital, we need to call on the Minister of Health. We need the Minister of Finance to step down, because these Chinese does raise prices. Even when inflation out of style, they're still raising prices. They raise prices like the containers come in front of the door every day. They have things in the storeroom and they raise the prices as if a container reached in today. So they had to pay different prices. So there, the price tags now is different. All right, the truck was passing. And then we could also call on the Minister of Justice. And then our island, we love and we welcome everybody, but we're saturated. We can't breathe, we suffocate, and we need the Minister of Immigration to measure the strangers that is just weighing us down. And also the way the youngsters are going about things, everything is a gun and a gun and a gun. We need the Minister of Interior Affairs to crack down on something. We can't keep losing our young people by gun because we had a fight in the school. And for the mothers who have children going to the Daniela Jeffrey Lycée, please, maybe my sister, my niece, my somebody out there are calling on all the mothers. I just check my boys them school bags. I check our children's school bags. No knives allowed in the school. The other day, a lady that I know, a knife was pulled on her son. I mean, come on. Fellas, are you going to hold on a trailer coming? We don't always need the gendarme to intervene. We don't really have to call on the Minister of Interior Affairs to look into crime and drugs. Man, listen, if I are going to school, go to school. Put on the gun, put on the knife. Don't put a knife in your school bag. Pick up your book or pick up a dictionary. And then if I going to school, where I getting a machete from? My mother ain't gonna allow me to go to school with a machete. So I believe anybody who could come out of the Daniela Jeffrey and pick up a machete from somewhere is because they hide it in the vicinities before they went into the school. Mothers, keep our eyes on our boys. Our eyes can't be everywhere and we ain't gonna see everything, but I mean, come on, let us try our maximum. Diane, come before the rain wet my finger waves.
Good afternoon, Saint Martin. Bonsoir tout le monde. Aujourd'hui, nous luttons contre la vie chère. Today, we are talking about the cost of living in St. Martin. We're sending a message to the northern and the southern side of the island. It is abuse for each and every one of us pockets, whether you're a politician, whether you're local or a visitor. And it's not because it's happening everywhere in the world, it's because it's 200% more in St. Martin. And French, we saying, non à la vie chère, malsain. And we also say, nous luttons contre la vie chère. We is against high cost of living. Are we St. Martiners? Are we French St. Martiners? Because no one is hearing us. No one is paying attention to what is happening on the island. The high cost of living, family could hardly work properly to sustain the end of the month to pay their child fees and also to support their children. When you have a high rent to pay, water and light, it is overbearing to know how much of taxes and bills you have to pay. You could just run up, pay ADF, as soon you come back home, open your mailbox, another bill is on the way. So we have to look into La Vie Chère, the cost of living, very high in St. Martin. We sending a message to our local government, to the population also, to wake up and take your stand. Martinique and Guadeloupe, they also send out a clear message by demonstrating that they cannot survive into a little island because too much of people is abusing and misusing on the high cost of living. So today, I want to talk about what is happening in St. Martin, different issues that is affecting St. Martiners. Agriculture is the main thing I'm speaking about, and I'm keep repeating. We need to have access for land to develop agriculture on this island. So we're sending the message clearly to the northern and the southern side. Give the young people, give the young farmers free land or put land available to develop agriculture. Because a country without agriculture, you cannot grow. You need to eat every day. So it's gonna be the garden to the plate. And we need to live healthy and by eating healthy food through our garden. So I'm asking all the St. Martiners, if you have land, start your backyard garden, start to plant healthy food, because in many different islands, there is becoming a big shortage of food. Antigua has no peppers, Grenada have no rice, St. Lucia have no sugar, and we will see soon boats will not come in to our land with food because they don't have enough also to feed their people. So come on, St. Martiners, wake up on the north and southern side. Let us work together by putting our brains together and our hands at work by developing agriculture. Agriculture will be the first economy for us to survive on. The other problem that we are facing is the electric pole. This is what's happening in St. Martin. A lot of people is doing work, but they're not closing up the boxes where they hire to able to do the work. They're not giving a proper work. We have a lot of posts that being without electricity, wires that is hanging, and also we have a lot of pole that is rotten. And we need to look into it as a government. It could cause fire, and also this is not good for a land like us, St. Martin, that where we have hurricane and very raging storms. The other issue that we are facing is our burying ground on the northern and southern side. We sending a message. We need land. Our people believe to be buried, not to be incriminated. That's not our culture and that's not our belief. That's not what we stand for as a Christian society. And I believe that there's a lot of land could be put in place for the north and the southern side that we will bury our local St. Martin people. Because we pay tax and taxes. So we need a proper burial. Another thing, too much dogs on the street, a lot of stray dogs. They also stop in agriculture, and these dogs is multiplying. A lot of people come, they love our dogs, but they feel that having 14 or 20 dogs cannot feed them. Again, the cost of the living. Every association on the north and southern side have no money and their coffers to able to feed these pets. This is a danger for our island because you could cause sickness and disease when they will fight and eat up one another because cost of living too high, cannot buy cat food and dog food and animal food. Then we have a new immigrant. This immigrant is the pigeon. We have been overpopulated by this immigrant. And just how we have animal immigrant, we've been by mass immigrant over this island. So I'm sending this message out to the north and southern side. Wake up and do something to get rid of the pigeon, because they are spreading like wildfire into St. Bart's and also into Anguilla. And I want us to able to know we have to move fast, because they are spreading their eggs all over, 30 to 40 eggs. So I'm asking y'all, just how this immigrant is new, we have too much of new faces on the island, not doing nothing, not working, and not contributing to this island. And I need the Minister of Overseas Immigration to come and look into that matter, to put a measure in place, a center we could able to barricade our waters, because they are flooding into St. Bart's and St. Martin. And before things get out of hand, I would like that we look into this matter, because we have a mass immigrant population that wants to overtake this land in St. Martin. And many that is here not contributing, paying tax. It's another issue, because they need to eat every day, and a lot is flying in, also taking up our jobs that we have for St. Martin people and also the youths. So we need to look and put a system that our brothers and sisters from the north and southern side could able to eat, and eat properly to able to feed their family. So we accent too much of high cost of living on this island of St. Martin. We need to regulate and put things in place with the Dwanis, the immigration, and also we need to put things in place to stop too much of them is coming here illegally. Why? To work in St. Bart's, and we have people here with their diploma could able to do the same work and competent. So we need to have a control and work, a control also with the immigrant, because the island is too small to hold all of these population that is not contributing anything to this island. And as I'm talking about contribution, I would like that St. Martin will put in place an administration fee for when you pick up a bud paper to able to pay, because we give too much of freeness on this island. I talk about road safety. I would like that we take this subject very important. Put the speed bumps in place, please, the sleeping police with colors and also irons next to people's home and businesses, because the speed that they are driving, it is too fast for this little island. We need in St. Martin to have our local mailbox, not throwing our letters on the floor. That's not a part of our culture. We need St. Martin local mailbox into place. So I'm asking y'all, please, the government, look into this matter, because a lot of people not getting their mail on the north and southern side. Another thing that is affecting St. Martin, we need to put in place an annex, the collectivity, a branch that is able to go to set up in French Quarter to collect their administration paper, their document for their children, and also put a fee, because we cannot give everything free on this island. Also, we need a clinic in French Quarter along with a hospital. Then also, St. Martin need a local market in French Quarter area, a fish market, a new power plant with biosargas, which is the sargasm, to able to make biogas to bring down our high cost of living and electricity bills. Also, we need a university and a local prison up in French Quarter, or we could have an army set up for our youths. And this is our suggestion. We're not only talking, we also asking y'all to react on these matters. We have also a lot of garbage on this island. We need to pass a law, the north and the southern side of this island. Pass a law that anything you throw on the street, you will be fined. Whether you are business, a local, or an individual, we need to have garbage control on this island. Too much of garbage and unnecessary work they are giving the workers in St. Martin. We also have too much traffic. My suggestion that Yahweh open Colby as I am speaking and make it 2 road because there is space. 2 road to go front side, 2 road to go on the dot side, and have a bus line to able to go down when you go in Sensen Bay for our tourists that visit, because we cannot live like we in a third world island. We have to move further and open our mind and brains to put things to help the island to levelate the traffic, especially in Colby area. Also, the roads them need to be fixed, so we need to practice again road safety. Too much bikes without helmet, not being controlled. We could put a law on both sides that if you is driving a bike without helmet, you will be fined. This is money to go into the coffers. Then also, we need to take our responsibility when we see how much youths on this island, when they come out of school, what all of these children in the high school, lycée, and the north and southern side will do. There's no job for them and no opportunity. We as St. Martiners need to create work for our locals and put in place suggestions, counselors to counsel our young people that they will know what time to be, because we need farmers. We have to eat every day, but we need also teachers, lawyers, and has also the problem with teenage pregnancy. We need to look into that matter, that we will have counselors in place for our young people. And least without the last, I want to talk about, there's a lot of autistic children on the island. We need to do more counsel with the parents and also have a center and a school set up for those children that is autistic, because we think on everyone and forget we own. Because of the high rate of alcohol and the life of living, these children born this way in different effect of health, and also the cost of living too high when you don't have the right money to able to buy the proper thing to eat and to survive. So we asking y'all, bring down the cost of living for us to eat properly and for housing. The rent is too high. There's no rent control on the north and southern side. Also, too much of knives. We need to put a law in place. If you have anything that you make a knives, you have a motor, you have to have a license to able to use it for an hour or two, and this is a money again could go into the government coffers. And too much pollution. People burn things on this island any day, any hour, anytime, and they think it's a normal thing. So I believe there's a lot of work for St. Martin to get done and things to be put in place. And it cannot done by Claudine Brooks, my colleague, and it cannot be done by Diane Felix, neither Ghetto-News. It could only done by strong minds and people that have an open mind to move this island to another level. Thank you.
That's it.